In the great warrior kingdom of Akanji, slaves were not called by their names. They were called by their brands. Some bore the mark of the hoe for farm labor. Some carried the iron chain symbol for quarry work. Others wore the crossed spears for battlefield service. Fire decided their fate. The boy they called Oba carried something different. Burned into his dark skin was the image of a lion, not the thin desert lion of stories, but a full-maned beast with a crown hidden in its mane. No elder admitted to knowing the symbol. No priest claimed to recognize it. It was not a mark of servitude, yet he wore slave chains like the rest. From childhood, the other slaves whispered that his brand glowed faintly at night. Oba never saw it glow, but he often felt heat beneath his skin when danger stirred. He did not know he had been found as a baby near the sacred Ose River, wrapped in royal Aso-oke cloth. He only knew the crack of the whip and the sound of drums calling warriors to glory. And every time the war drums thundered across Akanji, the lion beneath his skin stirred like it was waking from a long sleep. Princess Amara, daughter of King Adeyemi the Unbroken, had never feared war. She trained with spears beneath the Iroko trees and rode horses faster than most generals. The people loved her because she walked among them without guards, but the elders feared her courage would one day pull her into danger. Beyond Akanji's red earth walls, enemies gathered. The neighboring kingdom of Kishara had long envied Akanji's fertile lands and gold trade routes. Rumors spread through the marketplace like harmattan wind. Kishara's warriors had forged new weapons, hired mercenaries, and desired blood. Oba first saw the princess while carrying water pots to the barracks. She stood tall, sunlight glinting off bronze arm rings, arguing with a general twice her age. For a moment, she looked toward him. Their eyes met. A strange warmth shot through the lion brand on his back. Not pain, but recognition. Before she could study him further, the war horn blasted from the northern gate. The invasion had begun. Kishara attacked at dawn. Warriors painted in white clay stormed the northern gate with iron shields and curved blades. Fire arrows rained over Akanji's walls, filling the air with smoke and screaming horses. Slaves were ordered to hide in the lower compounds. Oba ran with them, but something inside him rebelled. The lion mark burned hotter than ever before. Above, Princess Amara led archers along the walls with deadly calm. When an explosion shattered part of the gate, chaos erupted and enemy soldiers slipped through the broken entrance. They saw her, and she became their target. Oba did not think. He ran toward danger. He grabbed a fallen spear and struck down an attacker lunging at her. Another charged him, and he moved as if trained by forgotten memory. When the dust settled, 3 enemies lay at his feet. The lion brand glowed bright as burning gold. The battle ended by nightfall. Akanji survived, but barely. Word spread that a slave had saved the princess. Oba was brought before the king's council, surrounded by guards and stunned witnesses. Princess Amara stood beside him. High Elder Bamadele ordered him turned around. Gasps filled the chamber when the lion mark shimmered beneath torchlight. Mama Ifadara, the oldest priest, trembled as she studied it. "This is no slave mark," she whispered. "It is the mark of Arinze, the lion of the rising sun, the lost heir of prophecy." Decades earlier, during a coup attempt, the queen's newborn son had vanished. Seers foretold a lion-marked child who would return when Akanji stood at the edge of ruin. Oba's heart pounded. For the first time, he was not seen as property, but destiny. The council argued deep into the night. Some elders urged caution. Others insisted prophecy could not be denied. Princess Amara finally spoke. "He saved my life. If prophecy names him heir, chains cannot hold him." King Adeyemi studied Oba carefully. "Do you seek the throne?" he asked. Oba shook his head. "I seek only freedom." His honesty unsettled the court. The king declared that until truth was proven, he would no longer be treated as a slave. His chains were removed. For the first time, his wrists felt light. That night, Mama Ifadara summoned him to the sacred Ose River. Beneath moonlight, she revealed the truth of the vanished infant prince who bore a faint lion birthmark. "The river does not forget," she said, "and neither do the spirits." In Kishara, King Jatau learned of the glowing mark. He had financed the coup years ago and believed the infant dead. Furious, he sent assassins across the border. They struck at midnight. Palace guards fell silently, and one killer lunged at Oba as he slept. The lion mark burned fiercely, waking him just in time. He fought instinctively, disarming and defeating his attackers. When Princess Amara arrived, she saw not a frightened boy, but a warrior awakening. King Adeyemi called for the rite of ancestral fire, an ancient trial only royal blood could survive. Before gathered elders, flames rose high around Oba. He stepped into them without hesitation. The fire bent around him, refusing to burn. When it died, he stood unharmed. Though the rite confirmed him, divisions remained. Some feared instability. Yet Oba, now revealed as Prince Arinze, trained relentlessly under General Afolayan. He mastered sword and spear with uncanny speed, often sparring with Amara beneath the Iroko trees. Their rivalry softened into respect, and something deeper quietly formed. Mama Ifadara sang the queen's lullaby beside the river. Arinze completed the melody with tears in his eyes. Doubt dissolved. Before the people, King Adeyemi declared his true name and heritage. The crowd knelt, uncertain but awed. War loomed again as Kishara mobilized for full assault. Arinze began dreaming of a battlefield drenched in fire, a crowned lion standing amid ruin. Mama Ifadara reminded him that prophecy reveals possibility, not certainty. Choice still mattered. He addressed the warriors publicly. "I was raised in chains," he said. "I fight so none will wear them again." His words stirred the army. The coming battle was brutal. Steel clashed, arrows darkened skies, and blood soaked red earth. During the greatest clash, Arinze faced King Jatau. In their duel, Jatau confessed to orchestrating the coup that stole him as a child. Rage threatened to overwhelm him, but discipline prevailed. With decisive strength, Arinze defeated the enemy king. Kishara's army retreated. Victory came with scars. Rather than enslave captured soldiers, Arinze proposed unity and treaty. King Adeyemi, weary and aged, prepared to abdicate. Before cheering crowds, Arinze was crowned king. The lion mark glowed one final time, then settled into calm warmth. Queen Amara stood beside him as equal. He abolished slave branding throughout the kingdom, outlawing chains forever. Peace pacts united Akanji and Kishara. Villages were rebuilt, trade restored, and festivals replaced fear. Years passed. Arinze returned often to the Ose River, remembering chains and giving thanks for freedom. He taught that strength without mercy becomes tyranny. Mama Ifadara passed peacefully, whispering, "The lion has roared." In time, gray streaked Arinze's hair. His children trained beneath Iroko trees, one bearing a faint lion birthmark. The kingdom prospered under justice rather than fear. In old age, Arinze stood before his people. "I was born in chains," he declared. "But destiny is not decided by fire or iron. It is chosen by courage." When he joined the ancestors, the kingdom did not mourn in despair. They celebrated. For the lion had not merely ruled, he had changed the meaning of power forever.